If you are depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you are at peace, you're living in the present. That's a very good quote. I think that's Confucius sitting there. That is extremely true. Path of a Master. So many people think that they need to learn how to be spiritual. That's not why you're here. You already are spiritual beings. What you came here to do is to release everything other than your divinity. Any patterns you picked up along the way, any pain and suffering that you have taken on, any misinformation that you were given, let it all go. It's not worth holding on to. It's weighing us down, slowing us down. When you desire to be who you are, you simply need to love yourself, and then on a day that you're finding you are not expressing as you would like to, that's your holy moment to address it and let it go. Life is giving us opportunities every day to look at ourselves deeper and clearer. We can make all the excuses in the world and try to talk ourselves into being the victim, or it's because of him, her, or the other thing. It's because of my circumstance. It's because I'm not making enough money. It is. But guess what? There's nothing to blame, not even yourself. Just let it go. The fight is over. Archangel's mighty sword is not for war. It's cutting through to the truth. It's opening up the ability to see the truth, to understand it, to recognize it, and to live by it. There is no more war. So if you listen to somebody roaring like a lion, they're venting, they're scared, they're angry. Each one of us is given an equal amount of wonderful people in our life. And then there are those that are the agitators. Don't hate anybody because everybody's playing their part. We've done the things that they do to us. Otherwise, we couldn't draw it to us. We're like magnetically connected to those that are going to show us what we need to see. That's how the contracts play out. It's remarkable how this was set up. You can't get away from yourself. You can move from here to China and back again, and you're still with you. A place doesn't change you. It gives you new opportunities. It gives you new people to work with. It gives you maybe time if you move into a place that isn't as busy or where you had been so busy once in your life. Being busy in the world right now is getting harder and harder to manage. We need time in the silence. We need time to be quiet and still and breathe and focus on the beauty all around us. You cannot imagine how much we should be grateful for. And for those of you that make that your mantra, your gratitude, bravo, because it brings on more of the good. Yes, there is a lot of pain in the world, a lot of suffering, a lot of things that are hard to even digest. But it's playing its part out for everybody's benefit to learn, grow, change, make great new choices. Path of a master is what I'm describing. Everything will happen around you. You don't have to absorb it. You don't have to take it on you. You can witness it and see how you feel. If it's directly at you, just witness it again and see what you feel. And then, only then, after you've witnessed it, then respond. When you react, you get yourself all frazzled. When you respond, you're in your center. Yes, we need to vent. Absolutely. And that's a good thing. Don't hold anything in because it's getting very painful to do that. This is a time of letting go. It's sad because a lot of people are going to be leaving your life. A lot of people. They're just not on the same page. And out of kindness, you let them go. And then there are those that will come into your life and it's going to be amazing. So beautiful, nice reflections of you. It's going to be a kinder world because you've earned it. As you let go of the warrior, of the worrier, of the stressor, you give yourself that blessing, peace that passes understanding. It's got to come from inside. The world isn't here to make it peaceful. Mother Mary told me that a long time ago. This is not the place for that. This is the place for healing, remembering who you really are. The path of a master is one where you walk through life and trust. Just trust that your prayers will be answered, that you will be safe, that you will be loved, that you will be supported. Believe that with every ounce of your being, because it's what you believe that will manifest. Path of a master is someone that doesn't wait till tomorrow to practice the presence, to practice being who you really are, to care deeply, but don't take on anybody's stuff. You've got enough of your own. Being a support is different. Kind words, helping when you can, but don't take it on you. You're interfering with them finally getting the lessons that they need to understand something they haven't come to understand, or that they haven't come to love within themselves. That's karmic. That's why the masters never interfere unless you call them for help. path of a master is very different than what a lot of people understand. They think because they do good and because they keep calm and are always the strong one and doing everything to help others around you, but not being true to yourself, that is a big boo-boo. God doesn't judge action good or bad. Your own higher self. Your higher self says everything's good because it serves a purpose. When you say, oh my God, I made such a mistake today. Well, you learned from it. And how you know you did is because you have remorse. That maybe you passed an opportunity to do something that you felt would have been nice, kind, helpful. But don't beat yourself up about it. Just say, okay, I get it. I'll do better. There's somebody here tonight that told me a story of how she felt so much remorse because she didn't take an opportunity that was presented to her. And so what did the universe do? The very next day, offered the exact same situation, and she was able to do better that time. She was so excited. She couldn't believe she had a second chance. You will always have a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. We're probably on our 5,000th chance. And then one day we get it. We remember, we realize, oh my God, it's the same thing I've been doing. I'm going to change my mind. The path of a master is when you can get into bed at night and say, you know what, Father, thank you so much for this day. It was such a blessing to me, even if it wasn't an easy one. I grasped something today that I didn't understand before. I know what it feels like now when I do this because it was done to me. That is walking as a master. You get it. You understand life. There's no more surprises. It's all about one thing: loving yourself and everyone else and everything else. Just breathe. Become a witness of your magnificent life. You wrote the story, and then you walk it. You walk through that story, and it comes real. That's why sometimes we have a deja vu moment, because we've already had that written, and somehow we remember. And it's just like, what the? I feel like I did this before. Yeah. Life is a mystery unfolding. It's magical. Sometimes it's a little scary, but it's a wonderful adventure. Any Aries that are here tonight knows how exciting an adventure is. My whole life, I woke up saying, okay, another day. Let's see what we're going to do today. Sometimes it didn't end up exactly how I had planned. In fact, a lot of times it didn't happen the way I had planned. And it actually was better, much better. I learned the lesson of the saying, of myself, I can do nothing, but with God, I can do all things. In other words, I turn it over to my higher self. I ask for divine order to be established. And when I do that, I can get out of my little pea head and stop stressing and just let it happen. Even if it takes us many rounds to do this, and I mean of an experience, not of lifetimes, where we just keep having circumstances that bring up the same painful things inside us. It's okay, because it's making you aware to let it go. Let 3D go. What does it mean to us as we're moving into another dimension? Let 4D go. Just live in the moment. Relish every holy moment. It is doing something to us on a molecular level. The light that's coming in today. All of this assistance from the universe and beings of light that have gone through what we're going through right now. Like Lord Maitreya said, we are going through territory that we don't have any clue, because we don't remember doing this before. And it is quite the ride, even for the adventurous ones. You are all very blessed, deeply loved, respected, and honored by the great ones for just coming here. You're so brave to come into this world where they're getting hammered with everything that we've ever messed up with. And yet we're still standing. How many rounds do you think you've done of 26,000 years? If you had a clue how many times you've incarnated, it will blow your mind. And yet we still have stuff in this lifetime to finish up. Is that a riot? I always said I was a slow learner, but once I got it, I really got it. And it's okay. It really is. Because it's when you got it that the whole universe celebrates. It's been an honor to be in this lifetime, as painful as it was. I tried my darndest to get out of it, but I couldn't go anywhere. And all of you are still here, and we're together, and we're going to go through this together, hand in hand, coming to understand each step and stage so that it isn't scary. It's normal. It's exactly what we need. And we can take it because of the power that's been offered to us. Keep allowing that light to come in. Don't shut it down. Because when you do, you break that flow of light, and you don't want to do that for a minute. Yes, you can vent, you can purge, you can cry, you can do what you need to do emotionally. Absolutely. The universe encourages us because it strengthens us ever more. It lifts everybody up, the planet included. Path of a master is going in and being willing to do the work. Not to be Mr. Nice Guy. No. When it's appropriate, you will be. Sometimes you need to talk really strong. Sometimes you got to stand up to people. Sometimes you got to do what other people don't have the courage to do. Use your power wisely. Don't expect anything from anyone that you're not willing to do yourself. These are great universal laws. It's funny because everyone thinks it's all complicated stuff. People make it complicated. The universal laws are simple and understandable, all based on love. And if you use logic, it will make sense to you. Path of a master is someone willing to go the extra mile for what you believe in, what you desire to create. In my life, there have been times when I didn't feel strong. I didn't feel like I fit here at all, and I just wanted to go home. And I'm sure all of us have had moments like that, where this world just seemed so cruel, so harsh, so painful, so crazy, moving at a speed that was very uncomfortable for us. And yet we stayed and we did what we are doing. And the reward for that can't even be understood yet. The glory of a heavenly consciousness is not something we can just plainly talk about. It's beyond words in some ways. Even just using the saying, the peace that passes understanding, what does that feel like? What could that be like? Have you had moments like that? Have you seen someone having a moment like that? It is incredible. It is so beautiful. As I said, it's beyond words. All you have to do is look into the face of someone that experiences that. Lord Maitreya is right here, and he's saying to discuss about fear. Fear is something that holds us back from using our courage because we're even afraid to try. Don't be afraid. If it is something that's good and holy to you, and you're trying to benefit yourself and others, the universe will support you. To have that force behind you is everything. So Lord Maitreya is saying, if you feel afraid to say something because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, and yet it's gnawing at you to say it, it's because it would be at that moment appropriate. It's in the delivery that can make it acceptable or hurtful. Remember that. It's in the delivery. When I do counseling, sometimes I have to say things so honest, and it can be almost brutal, and yet it's received with love and gratitude. It's in the delivery and the way that I am working with someone. My intention is in love. So if your intention is in love, it will happen, and it'll happen beautifully. The person will accept you. If it's something that is yours and you haven't cleansed it from yourself, and you expect someone else to do what you haven't yet, that's when it backfires. I've had it happen. But it was good, because then I got to work, cleaned it up in me, and then the conversation was beautiful. They accepted it because I accepted it. This is the path of a master. Walk it proudly. Be not afraid. Path of a master, you're on it. And you can't really get off at this point. We're so far along on the path. Just every day wake up with an idea that this is the best thing that you've been working for so long. Look forward to it. Enjoy it. Look at other people that are in your life and cherish them. The ones that are here to be the agitators, just look at them and go, okay, thank you very much. I get it. And just move forward. If there are people in your life that are extremely toxic, all of the great masters are saying the same thing. It's not about cutting cords. It's not about ripping up contracts. Just step back and be using the information that you have, that they've offered you, and just work it through inside you. That's all. You don't have to stay in a toxic relationship. If there is violence, anybody hurting you, hitting you, mistreating you, please move away from it. Please move away. You weren't meant to be anybody's batting post, okay? So, being on the path of a master, it is a very hard road. There is no doubt about it, because we're waking up, we're consciously aware, we hear ourselves, we hear others, we feel what's going on inside people. It's like everything is hitting us, and just bless it and be glad. Ask for help to disseminate what is coming to you so that you do get it, that you do understand it. If you don't, you just every day you ask your higher self to explain to you, to show you, to make it so that you can understand it and heal it, or whatever is necessary. These are the days of Elijah. I'm telling you, nothing hidden is going to stay hidden. It's all being revealed inside us, in the deepest crevices of our being, and outside of us. It's all happening. It's all happening. So, welcome this wonderful moment in time. We don't have much longer of all this craziness. Before you know it, 2032 is going to be here, and it's going to be like a blink, honestly. Yes, there's some tough things coming. Okay, just concentrate on you. Concentrate on your loved ones, your pets, your friends, your family. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on what you need to do to be free personally within yourself. And you will find your outer world is going to change dramatically. The craziness, the drama, all of that is going to just calm down, and you won't be dragged into these situations because you don't need them. P.S. The universe doesn't waste any energy at all. Nothing. If you don't need something to see or to experience, it isn't going to happen. It isn't going to happen. Just remember that. So if something does happen, it's because there's something we don't get yet. Yep. And I'm still trying to figure out something that happened today. But I'll figure it out when I get out of my head. Yeah, my emotions. So, all of you great ones, together we're walking on this straight and narrow path that Jesus talked about. It seems so mysterious, but it's actually very simple. And that road is the road inside, so that we can change the world outside us. Very simple. And you will come to understand it every day. It'll be clearer to you, your part that you're playing. Because I can guarantee you, when we do this workshop of to regress and to look back, you're going to be shocked what you're going to be able to see about you. It will and it won't be things that we were learning lifetimes. It'll be lifetimes where we actually got it and we were expressing that beauty that we truly are. It is a gift from heaven, and we give it to ourselves. We give ourselves grace. It doesn't come from any place else. We give it to ourselves. We give ourselves peace. It only comes from you. We give ourselves everything that is blessed and holy. And we give ourselves the opposite if we hang on to belief systems that are limiting. Because the universe is going to say, okay, if you believe that, we're just going to keep looping that back until you get it. Everything. That's why Buddha laughed so hard. He figured it out thousands and thousands of years ago. Oh my God, everything that ever went wrong, I did. And everything that ever went right, I did. I get it. And that's what he tried to show us. And Jesus, even though Jesus didn't teach in the same way that Buddha did, they were on the same page. Everything in moderation, everything on the middle road so that you can stay in your center. That's what it was telling us. It's remarkable when these very simple ideas sink in enough where we start to say, let me try this. Let me see if I can implement this into my day. And then your day becomes your prayer. The whole day. Because you're saying thank you when things are going along. You're feeling this sense of gratitude towards everything. Even if you're just eating a peach that actually tastes like a peach and it's so sweet and delicious, I'm thanking God. I'm thanking the earth for providing that, because a lot of times the fruit is picked too early and it's so sour and it's just not like it was when I was a kid. So just hold true, hold on. We've got each other. Communicate with each other. Stay close. Let's stay close, because there's going to be things that might shake us up pretty good, but we have to realize what's really happening. When an entire system is dissolving and breaking into little pieces, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. But I promise you, the master said we are protected because we have reached a frequency where we're raising up out of the full impact of 3D and lower 4D. Remember that. You're not going to experience what's coming or what's happening right now as other people will that are not in any way interested in their development. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. So with all my love, I say to you, great ones, start to think a little differently about yourself. You are divine. You are. The masters are telling us day and night. They're with us. You're never alone. Remember that. You're never alone. And I'm with you too. And I love you very much. And I pray for all of you every day. Every day. And I feel your prayers too. Thank you. Thank you so much. We will hold each other together. We will hold each other up. And we will make a difference. Every day we are making a difference. God bless you. And God loves you. And I say amen. So we want to ground ourselves very well. Okay. I have to tell you where we're going, because I want you to know what the aspects are that we're going to be picking up tonight and working on over the next week. We're going to the Temple of Resurrection, which is in the higher atmosphere of Jerusalem. We're going there, and the attributes is about devotion, forgiveness, mercy, and grace. These aspects are available to us, and we're going to be going to this. Actually, it's a retreat. Archangel Uriel is going to be there with us, and he has a message for each one of us. It's the sixth ray, the ruby ray. Okay, so let's start by grounding ourselves very, very well. It's so important because this helps us, believe it or not, to lift up and also to be stable. Okay, just clear your minds. Just breathe with me for a second. We're going to start with the infinity breathing. I'm going to do it 14 times. I'm going to tell you when I finish 14. Just don't struggle with it. Just let that flow come up, and you breathe in as you do this, up through your right foot, your right leg. The light will cross across your body. It will loop up around your head, down into your right shoulder, and cross your body. On the out breath, it goes down your leg and out your foot. Okay, so let's begin. Breathing in. Breathe out that light. It loops back up again. And now we'll start. I'll start counting inside. Begin. That was 14. See the figure 8 around your waist, going in the front and the back. Breathing in as you send it forward, the light. Breathing out as it goes to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now see the light encompass you completely, sealing above you and around you. This is the Christ radiance. Nothing can penetrate this except love. We're going to walk in this light on our way. Let's begin up the path. We're very excited to go to Israel tonight, to Jerusalem. We've all been there. We've all had lives there. We were very devout people. We saw things that others in Israel did not see. Continue walking up the path, and as you do, you'll feel lighter. The weight of your body will ease up. Feel a sense of anticipation and joy in your heart. We're going to the center of the world. As you're walking up the path, just keep breathing. Hear the sounds and feel the breeze upon you. There's clouds all around us. They're all white and fluffy. In the distance, we see the doorway with the rainbow. As we approach it, let's go through one at a time. Such a wonderful feeling. We leave our bodies behind and we go in our etheric double. All of us moving forward. And let's wait together until everybody's in. We're going to the courtyard. So we have to go through the gate. There's 12 gates to go into Jerusalem. We're going to go through the Lion's Gate and go inside, and we'll walk on the cobblestone. And we're going to go to where we can observe the courtyard where the temple used to be. All of us looking down. It's all lit up. People are everywhere. We have to wait until everyone leaves. Look at the activity as the people are going up to the wall. See what people put into the stones. People are moving out as they finish up at the wall, leaving the courtyard. There's several ways you can do this. We're up above, looking down. So let's descend the staircase and go down into the courtyard. One whole side is empty completely. The other side is very busy. There's only men there, and all the women that were there before have left. We're going to go up to the wall. This is the preliminary before we go up into the retreat. I want you to put your hands onto the cool, mossy rock that's there and say a little prayer. Tell God your heart, what's on your heart. Put your forehead onto the stone. and then back up away. And when everybody's done, we'll leave the courtyard. But this time we're going to go through the wall and be lifted up into the retreat, the temple of resurrection. Don't be afraid to walk through the wall near the stairs. Just follow me. You'll be in a pink light and it's just going to be lifting you right up. And we'll be standing in front of the temple. The temple is tall and wide, with a very ornate front on it, facade, I believe you call it. Look at all the detail. It's absolutely stunning. Archangel Uriel is standing in the doorway, tall and slender, wearing a white robe. He's waving for us to come in. Each one of us, he does a blessing as we walk in. Look in his eyes. They're so big and beautiful. So much love. This is the first time I'm seeing him, his face. He's asking us to go inside. There's pillows on the floor. They're very comfortable looking. Pick a spot and sit down. Archangel Uriel is walking on the center aisle, going up in the front of the room. The whole front is set up so beautiful. It's on a raised platform. Beautiful stained glass behind him. It's a very tall ceiling. Inside is so beautiful. Look at all the detail of this beautiful room. The color of the ray is ruby red. Deep, beautiful colors everywhere. All the pillows are that color. Other tapestries. There's candles. The smell of candles and incense in the room. Archangel Raphael is, I keep saying Raphael. Uriel has a message for us. He is telling us that the greatest gift we can give ourselves is to forgive. He says that mercy, that you have mercy for people, you're having mercy for yourself. As you forgive people, he said, you forgive yourself. These are the great gifts you give yourself to move forward, to heal, to open your heart, to free you, not just for a lifetime, but for eternity. He's saying that when you do feel that you need to forgive someone, you're actually just needing to forgive yourself. He's smiling as he looks in each of our faces. He's telling us that we've spent so many lifetimes as people bringing information, bringing the light, bringing the love of God to humanity. He's telling us that we are mighty souls. He said you can't be meek to be doing the work that we do. You must realize the strength that you had to just even volunteer to be here at this time. He's telling us that as we forgive ourselves, we will become so filled with light and love that we won't know what to do with it. It will feel so good. No matter what's happening outside us, nothing will take that away from you, he's saying. He wants each one of us to come up and ask him a question, and he will answer you. I'm going to be quiet as each one of us takes a turn. Archangel Uriel has a little scroll, a whole bunch of them in a basket. He wants you to pick one of the scrolls. It's a piece of paper that's rolled up like a tube. He wants you to take it, and he said the message on it will help us in the days to come as we are progressing into our potential. The message is exactly what you need to know. It will be part of what you've planned. When you get your scroll in your hand, sit down on your nice soft pillow and unravel it and look at it and see what it says. Roll up your scroll and put it someplace on your body so that you don't lose it. For this message is for you. There are angelic beings in the front of the room behind Archangel Uriel, and we're hearing the celestial choirs singing the most beautiful classical music. Let's just let that music beat through our being. Take it in. The pulsations are transforming us and blessing us with harmonics, the very thing that we need in our ascension process is harmony and balance. And even if you don't hear the sound, just know that there is this beautiful angelic choir singing to us. Remember to breathe, take it in deeply. It's moving through every cell in your body. It's time to go. So stand up and we'll start making our way to the doorway. Archangel Uriel is there. He's kissing each one of us on the forehead before we leave the room. This beautiful temple. And as we go down the path towards the rainbow doorway, actually, we just went down in that light again, down into the courtyard. So now we have to walk out of the gate. We have to go out the same gate we came in. So we go out through the Lion's Gate and make our way down the path. We're outside of the city. And in the distance is the rainbow doorway. We go back to that. We feel so light, so calm and peaceful. Make our way through the doorway one at a time and start down the pathway on the other side. As we're going down, we'll start to feel the weight of our bodies again. Find yourself back in the chair. Press your feet on the floor and feel your body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes so that we can discuss our experience.